Hi everyone, welcome to Body and Mind Relaxation with me, April. Today is going to be slightly different to my normal sessions. We're going to do some nice stretches which really helps aid relaxation, and then we're going to do like a little meditation as well. It'll be a really nice 30 minutes for you to just totally calm your mind and your body, and I will explain how the mind works with the body as well, so you can get a better understanding of how everything sort of works. I'm going to give it a few more moments just before we get started. So what's really nice is I've got a cup of tea with me, and I've also got I've lit a candle as well, which is really nice sometimes just to sort of relax, and room to smell nice, and you just feel like you pamper yourself a little bit as well. Now remember, what I'm going to say today is I'm not a counsellor qualified or anything like that. So I will try my best to try and calm and relax you if that's what you need. But just be aware of your own thoughts too. And I will tell you a few things about the mind as well. So we're over a minute now, so we're going to get going, all right? So take your time, come and meet me on the mat, or if you've not got a mat, just sit cross-legged. We're not going to be moving around too much this morning. And just sit cross-legged. So if you've got a candle, you can't see my candle, but if you have got one, or if you haven't got a candle, you've got something else, maybe something like a photo or something like that. We're just going to take a minute just to stare at that one object, okay? Because when we calm our mind and when we become very present, we're in tune with ourselves a little bit more, okay? So I'm going to look at my candle flame. We're going to sit cross-legged, so we are going to be stretching out the hips and working on our posture at the same time, all right? So imagine that the spine is really long, and then just relax the wrists on the knees, and then relax the eyes as well. I always say the word relax, but honestly, I think as humans, we don't relax as much as we should, nowhere near as much as we should. And it's when we sometimes feel overwhelmed with emotion, or we get a little bit stressed out. Sometimes stress comes in various different forms, okay? This is a really good way that you can practice throughout the week or in the future, a nice way to be mindful. So, sitting cross-legged, remember, if this is too much for you, just walk your feet further forward and relax. But just try and keep the spine tall. And then just close the eyes, push the shoulders down away from the ears, relax the eyes. Relax the fingers. And now, sorry, I say close the eyes, keep the eyes open as you want to be staring at your object. But just relax the face. So stretch the fingers out and then let them go loose. Push the shoulders down away from your ears. Just feel really calm. And just stare at that object. Let your breathing relax. If you've got anything in your mind that you need to sort of you don't want there, just allow it to move away. Come back to it later if you need to, but just right now, keep really concentrating on that object. Don't forget, you might need to blink a couple of times. And now just very gently, just take the hands to the side and just switch the ankles over. So we're now changing sides, but just still keep very mindful, keep looking at the object or your flame or your bunch of flowers, whatever it may be. And then breathe in, breathe out. Just close the eyes now for a second. Take the fingertips in front of the ankles, breathe in, and then breathe out. Just stretch the hands forward. You can get your elbows down to the floor, well done. If you can't, don't worry. But just hold it here, just relax. And then trail the hands up. And then switch the ankles over. And let's do that again. So you can close your eyes if you wish. Nod, breathe in, breathe out, stretch, elbows come down. Inhale. Exhale, trail the hands and come up. Wonderful. Now, while sitting here, take the left hand behind you. So just leave your object there for a moment and then take the right hand to the left knee. Inhale and then exhale, look over the left shoulder. Keep spine long. And just concentrate just on this move. Don't think about your washing, what you're having for dinner tonight. Just concentrate on this one move. You're twisting. Your left shoulder's dropping. You're looking over the left shoulder. You feel a lovely stretch all down the left side and the right side. And then gently come back in. Now take the left hand to the right knee, right hand behind, drop the shoulders and twist and look over the right shoulder. And then come back in. Wonderful. And now bring the knees around. So we're coming into child's pose. So I often include child's pose in my Pilates classes because I'm also a yoga teacher as well. But child's pose really helps to relax. So just for a minute, I'm just going to explain how our tension works within our body. So you can sit on your heels if you want with your spine tall, or you can sit cross-legged just before we get into it. So we hold tension in our bodies. Now, we usually, 9 times out of 10, hold tension in our shoulders because when we're stressed out, we can squeeze into the hands, and that then travels up the forearms into the shoulders, and we then hunch like this if we're driving and we're anxious when we're driving, or we're worried about an interview or the day at work that we've just had. That tension travels all up into the neck. Now, if you get stressed a lot and you maybe have a bit of, if you suffer with anxiety or depression, sometimes you can get a lot of headaches. And that is because you are so stressed out in your upper body that all the muscles are all connected. So they're going up into the head and into sort of like this area here, right at the top of the head, from the neck. And that's what causes us headaches. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not saying that that's the only cause of headaches. But if you do get anxious a lot of the time, or you're stressed out if you have a very high-powered, stressful job, these don't help. Okay, so stress impacts on your life and your body in more ways than you can ever imagine. So the child's pose is a really nice, it's relaxing, but it also stretches out all the muscles in the neck and the hands and the spine, and it just helps us to switch off. So let's do that now. So I'm going to move my camera because I moved it too far last time. So hands flat on the floor. So we're here, okay? Then we're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale, stretch the arms out. Now, if you can, the elbows can come down and the forehead comes down. And just relax. Now, if this is too much tension on the neck, you can grab yourself a pillow. And you can even hug your pillow in like this. This is a nice way to sort of feel calmer. The forehead is here. And you just hold it for about a minute. And whilst you're holding it here for about a minute, so come back into your child's pose in case you've copied me, I want you just to breathe in and then breathe out nice and slow. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Allow that to get longer. Inhale through the nose. Now hold it. And then breathe out through the mouth. And again, inhale. Hold it. exhale. And again, inhale. Hold it. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. And then just allow yourself to feel the effects of the position that you're in and the breath work you've just done. And feel your body starting to relax. Feel all the tension just starting to drain away. And when you're ready, just bring the hands up. And just by doing that, just for a minute, you will feel so much better. Okay, so remember, you can come back to this class anytime, but you can also practice this at any time as well if you ever feel stressed out during the day. Okay, I'm going to give you another breathing technique as well at the end, so don't worry. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just stretch and relax the top of the shoulders. So this is where I was saying about the tension. So the child's pose is a really nice way to relax yourself, but also if you're at work or you're driving, or maybe haven't got access to just lay down on the floor like that, this is what you can do. Okay, so drop your shoulders down away from your ears. So have the hands either on the thighs, sitting cross-legged, or on your knees. So push them down, really push. Now, not just a little bit, I want you to really push your shoulders down. Keep your eyes looking forward so your chin is parallel to the floor. And then breathe in and breathe out, relax. Now, tense shoulders is a very common problem that I see a lot of the time, okay? Because sometimes people just naturally stand like this. And if you just sit like that just for a minute, or you lift your shoulders up higher than what you normally do, you will feel that difference. So now inhale, exhale, push them down. And now take the fingertips and push them down into the floor too. So if you're up like this, you can do that, but if you're sitting cross-legged, you can also do it. And stretch. Lift up really tall. Feel your chest expand. And then relax. So you can do that whilst you're driving. Obviously, please drive safely and don't take your hands off the wheel or anything like that. But just push your hands, just keep pushing your shoulders down and you'll feel a difference. Another way we can relax is pushing the shoulders down and then tilting the right ear to the right shoulder. And relax. So this stretches out one side, because as I always say, you have one side longer and stronger than the other. So 9 times out of 10, if you have any tension in your shoulders, so maybe one shoulder's higher than the other, that side will then make a difference. So for example, me, I have a lot of tension in the right side of my face due to an accident I had when I was little. So, and then when I get stressed out, I then have to stretch my neck because I can feel myself getting more and more tense, and then come back up. Now with the hands, is another thing, like I was saying, if you grip, maybe if you hold a pen all day, or you type a lot, drive a lot, look after children and you're constantly doing this or picking up heavy things, again, tension in the hands puts pressure in the rest of the arms. So stretch your arms, stretch your hands out as if you're trying to get your fingers almost back towards your arms. So you don't have to actually do that unless you're very bendy and want to, but this will do. Okay, so this relaxes the hands, and drop them down. Breathe in, breathe out, stretch. Wonderful. And now squeeze the fist in. So don't do the thumb inside, thumb over always. Inhale, and now exhale, stretch them out. And then come back in. Inhale, exhale, stretch. Inhale, come in. Exhale, stretch. Inhale in. Exhale, stretch. One more time. Inhale, come in. And exhale, stretch. Well done. And now swing the knees around. And have the feet hip width apart with the toes facing forwards. Now just gently place the hands on the shins so the hands are connected. And now from here, keep the spine tall and then push the shoulders down again. And now nod the chin and then round through the spine so your hands are pressing into your shins. Breathe in, breathe out, lift up, nice and tall. Really relax the spine. Inhale, nod the chin, round through. One more time, lift up. The tallest you can be, really extend that spine, try not to push back. Keep the eyes looking forward, feel the core engage. Now nod, inhale, exhale round. And then lift. Wonderful. And now we're halfway through, we're going to come into our relaxation now. So come and lay down. Now you can sit on a sofa or a chair, sit in your chair. If you want to have a quick drink, have a cup of tea, get yourselves comfortable before we get started. So, however you're sitting, laying, etc., maybe you're even on your bed listening to this, we're going to relax the whole body from head to toe. So I will just quickly explain that our body produces the effects of stress in different ways. For example, when I get stressed out, for some very odd reason, my right ear burns. All down here, it just burns. I have no idea why. My left ear is fine, but my right ear burns. And I Googled it once because obviously it was quite scary. I was thinking, gosh, have I got another ear infection as I am prone to them? But no, actually it was stress. Another symptom of stress that I get is when I feel uptight or anxious, I get very bad pins and needles, okay? So there are so many different ways, you know, sometimes our digestion that can get affected as well. We can get headaches, or our mood can get, you know, seriously changed due to stress. Another reason, I'll tell you now, I get eczema around my lips here. I look like a clown. And I have no idea why it's on my lips, but that's how stress within my body comes out. Sometimes we get stressed out or feel a little bit anxious and we're not even that sure of it, because we have two minds. We have the subconscious mind and we have our conscious mind. And our subconscious mind rules 95% of our life, okay? So sometimes when you don't think that you're stressed in your conscious mind, your subconscious mind is actually very stressed out, which again affects us in different ways. A really lovely way that I like to kind of work out what mood I'm in, sometimes if I've had one thought and I then feel a little bit antsy or stressed and I'm thinking, oh, why do I feel like this? It's because that one thought has triggered an emotion inside of me, which has produced a feeling which has made me then feel stressed, and then the symptoms within my body feel stressed, okay? So the best way to do is, if you are fine, not normal, but you're having your normal day and you feel okay, and then all of a sudden you start to think about, oh, what I've got to do tonight, I've got to go shopping, and then I've got to do this, and oh, I didn't bring that person back, and I'm worried about this interview, or I've got this deadline at work, and all of a sudden your mind can get very spiral out of control and we get overwhelmed. This is why we get overwhelmed. So the very nice way to do this is just to sit and relax, and then go through your mind and take one thought at a time, because usually our mind remembers everything. Remember that. Remember that. Our mind produces so many emotions within us, okay? That's why you can think back to your wedding day or a really happy memory. You'll feel happy because instantly your emotions have been sort of triggered by the mind. So go through the mind and think, okay, when did I start to feel stressed or anxious? And then when you are thinking, for example, I get stressed if I have little time and too much to do, I will then think, okay, that was what was making me stressed. Because sometimes we can think a thought and then carry on, and then that's how sometimes panic attacks come out, or we then get a little bit lower as the days go by, and then sometimes maybe even depression can set in. all because we've had one thought. That's sometimes what triggers off so many things, is just one thought. So what we're going to do now is come and lay down. We're going to relax down, and then I'm going to give you a really nice mind technique that I use a lot of myself, because I am actually a neuro-linguistic program practitioner, and what that means is I help people with their subconscious minds to take control, basically, because remember, we are in control of our mind. Our mind does not control us. Okay, we have the power to change many things, all with the thought. All right, so come to lay down, whether you're on a chair, on your bed, or whatever. Just come and lay down. Okay, now don't worry, this is not like hypnotherapy. I'm not going to make you do any random things. This is just a really nice mind technique that I use it a lot myself. So lay down. Doesn't it feel nice? Okay, so now relax the whole of your body, whether you're sitting or laying. Relax the whole of your body, and I mean really relax. Don't just think, oh, I'm a little bit relaxed. Stretch your fingers out, push through the heels of the toes, and then relax. So what we're going to do now is close the eyes. We're going to tense up. Now, if you have high or low blood pressure, please be very careful with this. We're not holding it for very long, so you should be okay, but just be mindful. Okay, so now we're going to close the eyes, inhale, screw up the hands and screw up the whole body, tense up. So take your shoulders off the floor, your knees off the floor, squeeze your glutes, squeeze everything and hold it for 3, 2, 1. And then we let it all go and relax. Let's do that 2 more times. It's such a nice way to relieve a lot of tension. Okay, so inhale, squeeze everything, squeeze up the face, squeeze up the hands, the glutes, hold it all for 3, 2, 1, and relax. One more time. Inhale through the nose, and then squeeze and hold. 3, 2, 1. Now relax. Now close your eyes, and instantly you should feel a little bit less stressed, or maybe a little bit lighter than you once were. Maybe you're not feeling stressed today, but you may want to remember this for the future. Now close the eyes. Let the tongue sit at the bottom of the mouth. And then from the feet, imagine a nice white light. And this white light completely relaxes you, 100% relaxes you. This white light knows no stress. It's just calm, powerful, very safe. Now let this white light come all the way into the feet and into your shins, from the ankles, into the knee, into the thighs, into your glutes, into the hips, into the upper body, and all down the arms, into the hands, and then it comes back down to the stomach, and it's just circling the stomach into all your internal organs, into the chest. Now we sometimes hold a lot of stress and anxiety in the chest, so let it just swirl all around there. Be really mindful. And then into the neck, and all down the arms once again, and now into the face. Now raise your eyebrows up and then let them relax down. The tongue in the bottom of the mouth. Even your nose is relaxed. Your hair is just on your pillow or on your mat. There is no tension now from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. There is not 1 ounce of tension. And now I want you to think of something that sometimes causes you stress. Maybe it's driving, the time, a certain hobby you can't quite get, bright or cleaning. Anything that sort of changes your mind from being happy to a little bit on edge, stressed or anxious. So I want you to now envision yourself doing that task that you don't like or that makes you feel a certain way. Look at yourself doing it and then put it on a screen. And now I want you to step out of the screen, so you're looking at yourself on like a big cinema screen. And I want you now, with your mind, to change yourself on the screen. So if you're doing a task that you don't like, see yourself enjoying it. See yourself feeling happy that you're doing it, empowered that you're doing it. Feel yourself calm. And hear in your mind saying to yourself, oh, this doesn't make me feel stressed anymore. This doesn't make me feel anxious anymore. I really enjoy doing this now. And now I want you to really lock in the emotions that you feel now you're doing this task that you enjoy. I want you to really, really enjoy it. I want you to see yourself happy doing it, and then make the picture a lot brighter in your mind. Really, really enjoy it. Feel that happy feeling inside your tummy, and all the tension that you've got over that one thing is just gone. You don't feel anxious anymore. And then take a deep breath in. And then breathe out and breathe all the life into that picture. And now this picture is really bright. It's really happy. You can hear some music on in the background. Your favourite song maybe. And you feel really secure. And now we're going to lock that feeling in 3, 2, 1. You've locked it in. And then know that that feeling now takes over the anxious feeling or stress feeling you once had. And now just allow your mind to be clear and just come back to the present moment. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. And just before we open our eyes, I want you to remember the next time that you feel something is making you feel not too good, sit quietly. Go through, if you can't quite think of what's put you in a bad mood or weird mood, just sit very quietly and listen to your thoughts one at a time, very slowly. And then let the emotion feel into that thought. And then you can decide, I don't want to feel this way anymore. And then you can decide that you can handle that task or whatever it is you've got to do, you can handle it perfectly well. So then that stress and anxiety, you can just go, you don't need it. You can just replace it with the feeling of being empowered and strong and happy. Now take one more deep breath in. And now breathe out as slowly as you can. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as slowly as you can. Now bring the hands together. Place them over your head. Now point your toes and stretch your whole body. And then just gently open your eyes and curl yourself up, or come and roll over onto your right side and then lift yourself up. And sit up nice and tall on your mat. And remember that you can practice that breathing anytime you want. So to breathe, to finish off, we're going to inhale through the nose for 4. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just finish off. Inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, breathe out, lower. One more time for luck. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Wonderful. And give yourselves a round of applause. I really hope you enjoyed that. I know it was a little bit different, and sometimes when we control our thoughts, it can sometimes feel a little bit scary. But always know that you are always in control of your mind. Always. And don't forget that when you are in control of your mind, your body will follow. So if you feel stressed and you've got a few minutes, even 1 minute, practice the breathing that we've done. Either inhale and then breathe out as slowly as you can, or hold for 4. If you're a smoker and you inhale for 4 and you hold for 4, you breathe out for 4, that is the same breathing pattern as when you smoke. Okay, so when we feel stressed out, we want a cigarette. We don't want a cigarette, we want to breathe. I know the nicotine is a factor as well, but 9 times out of 10, it's the breath work that you need. Remember, you can come back to this video and watch it any time that you want, okay? You can practice it over and over again if there's something else that stresses you out. And just know that the power of the mind will literally change your life if you allow it to, okay? Any questions? I am here. That was a useful visualization. I'll keep trying it. Yes, sometimes, it takes a little while to visualize, because they say you can do as much yoga. I know I'm babbling on, so I'm finishing up. You can do as much yoga and practice with the body as you want, but the hardest thing is to silence your mind. That's why it's really good to practice with your candle or flowers or a photo frame or a picture or whatever, and just stare at one thing that doesn't move, and that will help you so you become more mindful and present. Okay, thank you